Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. So in today's video, I'm doing a really fun polygel nail set. So I am starting by applying my gel base coat to all of the nails. I did apply my peel off base coat off camera and my ballerina XXL nail tips. I got these nail tips from AliExpress, and I also have on my sunscreen to protect my skin since it's going to be in the lamp often during this video. And I did not buff the surface of these nails because I am not leaving these nails on for that long. However, if y'all are planning to leave your nails on for longer, you need to buff the surface of the nails to remove the shine and then apply the gel base coat. And also, if you'd like to see how I do my nail prep and stuff to keep the nails on for about 4 weeks and even more, I would leave a link in the description below so that y'all can check out that video. So after applying the gel base coat, I would cure for 30 seconds. I'm using rubbing alcohol as my slip solution. Now I'm starting with this white polygel from Modelones. If y'all are interested in purchasing anything from the Modelones website, you can use my code, which will be listed in the description below and on the screen. However, if y'all are planning to purchase your products on Amazon, I do have a link to this polygel in the description below as well. So I applied a bead of this white polygel to the tip area of the middle nail, and I'm just evenly distributing that at the tip area only, making sure to taper in the sides so that the shape is there, so that when I'm filing, I don't have much filing to do. However, when I was finished with these nails, the shape was horrible, but we'll get to that later on in the video. So I'm just applying this white polygel to the tip area of this nail only, not the whole nail. So I'm just shaping it into the tip area and removing anything that needs to be removed from the nail. I'm making sure that I get that boxy look, and I would cure for 30 seconds. Now moving on, I'm using this purple polygel also from Modelones, and I'm just placing that at the nail bed area of the middle nail. I'm doing an ombre nail on this nail. So when I apply the purple polygel, I make sure and distribute it around the cuticle area, making sure that it fits nicely around that area. Then I bring it down the nail a bit, and I make sure to have a straight line across the nail. And when I am ready, I would fade the polygel into the white polygel and then cure for 30 seconds. And I actually played around with this polygel for a good minute because I didn't like how the fade was looking, and I wasn't really paying attention to around the cuticle area. So the polygel was flooding the cuticle area a bit. However, I managed to control it, and then I would cure that for 30 seconds. Now on to the pinky nail, I'm going to be using this reflective polygel, this purple reflective polygel on the pinky nail. So I just placed a large bead on the whole nail, and I'm just going to be distributing that on the nail. I had to do a second bead in order to reach full opacity. You can file on this, so I did not encapsulate this nail. I made sure to build it up as much as possible to get that opaque nail, and then I would file this nail. There isn't any need to encapsulate this nail to protect it because you can file on it, which is really great. I like this polygel for that reason. So I cured that for 30 seconds, and this is how it looks from the side. So I applied a second bead just to build the apex of this nail so that the nail is well structured. So I'm just distributing that around the cuticle area and then bringing it down the nail a bit, making sure to keep some polygel where the apex is supposed to be so that I can have a well structured nail with an apex. And when I'm satisfied with how it looks, I would cure for 30 seconds. So I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do on the thumbnail, but I decided to do another ombre nail, but this time I would apply the purple polygel at the tip area and then the white polygel at the nail bed area. Initially, I wanted to apply the purple polygel to the whole thumbnail, but I decided not to do that and create an ombre nail instead. And I think it turned out really good. Let me know what you guys think about it. So this nail design is inspired by a picture I saw on Instagram. I'll leave the picture right here. So this talented nail artist, she created this a while ago. I think this was like 5 years ago. She created it using dip powders, and I wanted to create it using polygel because I really liked how this nail looked. So I just wanted to recreate a whole set with this design, and I think it turned out really good. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. So I cured that for 30 seconds and this is how it's looking. Now for the fun part, I'm going to be using the reflective glitter polygel on the index nail. So I just placed a bead of the polygel, a manageable bead. Keep in mind it needs to be very manageable in order to do this nail set. Then I'm just going to be forming this bead into a bit of a diagonal slant on the nail. And the lines needs to be straight as possible when doing this. So you have to constantly keep going over the nail and making sure to keep the shape of the nail while creating this diagonal line across the nail. So this part is basically a color block I'm doing right here. So I'm starting with the reflective polygel and forming that. Then I cured that for 30 seconds. Now I'm going in with a second layer to build the opacity and the thickness of this color block right here. I want this color block to be thick enough that I don't have to apply clear polygel to make it any thicker. I want it to be thick enough since I can file on this. If this was a polygel that I couldn't file on, I would just do about 2 layers in order to make this color block area opaque and then apply the clear polygel. However, I can file on this, so I am using the polygel to build the thickness. So I'm making it as thick as I would want my nail to be, so that I don't have to apply any clear polygel over it in order to make the shape a lot better or even to file the nail. So I had to do a third layer, I think, but I think I did it off camera because I wanted the nail to be a little thicker and more opaque. But anyway, on to the ring nail. I'm going to be doing the same thing, but I'm going to be doing it the opposite to the index nail. So I'm basically making a V with the both of them. So I have to constantly look at the index nail and just make it just like that, but from the opposite side of the nail, and just bring it into a V. And I think it turned out really good. I think the ring nail was a tad bit thicker than the index nail. That's something I didn't like. I didn't even notice that until I was finished with the whole nail. So that was a tad bit annoying, but I couldn't do anything about it. So yeah, I'm doing that and curing each layer for 30 seconds. So I'm just gonna let this part play out and I'll be back shortly. So this is the thickness of it after 2 layers. So I decided to apply a 3rd layer just to get it a little more thicker, and then I would cure that for 30 seconds. And this is how the nails are looking. Now I'm going to be encapsulating my ombre nails because I do have to file the color block nails, but I don't want to file them without encapsulating the ombre nails, because when I file it will have a lot of dust and I don't want to accidentally encapsulate any of the dust when I am encapsulating the ombre nails. So it was best to encapsulate the ombre nails first and then file the color block nails. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right here. And I am using my Modelones Clear Polygel, and I have spoken to you guys about how I like Modelones Clear Polygel, but as you can see the nail is flat, and when I decided to apply a 2nd layer of the Clear Polygel so that I can build the apex of the nail still ended up being flat, and that is one thing I don't like about Modelones Clear Polygel, is the fact that it doesn't hold the structure of the polygel. The polygel is always melting sort of, and someone told me about placing the polygel in the refrigerator, so I might try that. However, she told me about it probably the day I was doing this nail set, and I had already finished the nail set, so I couldn't do it for this nail. But yeah, as you can see there, the nail looked basically the same when I applied the 2nd bead of Clear Polygel, and I decided to leave it like that because I didn't want my hand in the lamp too often, and I just didn't want to be wasting the polygel too, because if on the 2nd bead it still looks the same, I was like, whatever. So I left it like that, and then I applied rubbing alcohol to the color block nails to remove the tackiness. And as you all can see, I am filing the nails right here just to get that crisp color block lines. I'm using my 6060 grit hand file to do that. So now I'm just cleaning my dampen dish so that I can apply some more rubbing alcohol to the dampen dish, and I also cleaned my polygel brush. So I'm going to be starting with the ombres. So this nail is a color block with two ombres, or a dual ombre color block, and I think this nail design is so genius. The individual that did that nail art was genius. I can't say anything else but good things about this nail artist. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I am going to be doing an ombre nail on this nail, well, two ombre nails on this nail. So I start with the white polygel at the tip area. I evenly distribute it to one section of the tip and make sure that it is well shaped, and remove any polygel that is not needed, and just fade the polygel into the nail. And cure that for 30 seconds. Actually, I didn't cure for 30 seconds. I went ahead and did the second ombre on the index nail as well with the white polygel, so that I don't have to put my hand in the lamp often. So yeah, I did that and made sure to distribute it, and it looks good and stuff. And then I would cure for 30 seconds. Now on to the ring nail. I'm going to be doing the same thing. And if you reach this far in the video, don't forget to hit the like button below, comment your thoughts on the design, and don't forget to subscribe and share the video. This really helps the channel when you do all of these things. So yeah, thanks a lot. So I cured that for 30 seconds, and this is how the nails are looking so far. Now I'm going to be using the purple polygel. So I just placed a small bead of the polygel, and then I just distribute it around the cuticle area, well, half of the cuticle area, and bring it down the nail a bit. Remember, this section of the ombre is really small, so you have to be very careful when doing this, because you know you have a mindset of doing an ombre on the whole nail. However, this is like quarter of the nail, not even half of the nail, so you have to know how you're doing the ombre. It isn't that hard, you know. So I'm going to be doing the same thing on the index nail as well, on the other section of the index nail, and then I would cure that for 30 seconds. So after curing, I had to put a little bit of the purple polygel right there, because it wasn't opaque enough. That section of the nail wasn't opaque enough, and I didn't like how it was looking. I just placed a small bead and blending that in, I cure that for 30 seconds. Now on to the ring nail. I'm going to be doing the same thing. Then I cured for 30 seconds. So as you can see, the ring nail looks a bit weird, so I just decided to apply some more of the purple polygel just to make it look a bit more symmetrical. Make the shape look a bit more symmetrical, and I would cure that for 30 seconds. So this is how the nails are looking in terms of thickness. Not too bad because these nails are long, so it doesn't need to be super thick, and the glitter area is thicker than the ombre area. So now I'm going to be encapsulating the ombre section. So I apply some clear polygel to one section of the ombre, and then I'm just going to be distributing the polygel to that section. And I believe I cured and then did the next section. Oh no, I didn't. I made sure to do the two sections and then I cured for 30 seconds. So when I did this, the nail was becoming very challenging to shape because when you're not shaping your nails with a whole bead of polygel and you're basically doing it in 3 sections because you have the 2 ombre and the middle section, it becomes very challenging to actually make the nail look normal, look well structured. So this was kind of challenging to do, so I had to be doing like patchwork where I apply some polygel here and not there, and you know, so and so. However, eventually I got fed up of doing that and just applied a whole bead to the whole nail because it was becoming very annoying because as you can see, the nail looks weird. So I just decided to apply the clear polygel to the whole nail just to make it well shaped. And that worked. I was really trying to avoid applying any clear polygel to the glitter area of the nail, but I had to, and it ended up being not that bad, to be honest. So on the ring nail, I decided to apply the clear polygel to the 2 sections at once, which was a mistake. I should have applied it to one section first and then to the next section because you know the polygel is pretty soft, so it was just going all over the place and I couldn't really control it. However, I did not have to apply the clear polygel to the whole nail on this nail like I did on the index nail. Surprisingly, I only had to apply it to the both ombre sections and it turned out really good. So I guess it depends on the nail. Sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. So anyway, I finished encapsulating the nails off camera because I didn't want this video to be too long. However, I still wanted to explain certain things. That's why I prolonged the encapsulation so that I can explain that. So after encapsulating the nails, I am applying rubbing alcohol to remove the tackiness from all of the nails. And then I would file the nails. I did show myself filing the nails because these nails are thick. Do you guys see how thick these nails are? So from the underside of the nail, I filed off a lot from the sides of the nails because as you can see how thick the sides of the nails are right here, very thick. So I had to file off a lot to get that tapered look. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna let this part play out and I'll be back shortly. So this is after filing of the nails, and the nails look really good. I like it a lot. So now I'm going to be applying gel base coat to most of the nails, since when I was filing the nails got a lot of scratches, and when I apply my gel base coat and then my top coat, most of the scratches usually disappear. That's why I like to apply the gel base coat first. So I applied the gel base coat to all of the ombre nails and cured for 30 seconds. Now I'm applying gel top coat to the middle nail and the thumbnail and curing for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to be placing some rhinestone glue on the middle nail. Then I pick up one of the rhinestones and place it on the rhinestone glue and flash cured that for 5 to 10 seconds. I had to do that because initially I wanted to just apply the rhinestone glue and place all of the rhinestones on the nail just to see how it looks, and then flash cure it and then cure. However, I couldn't do that because these rhinestones are really big, so they kept slipping and sliding all on the nail, and that was getting very annoying. So I had to hope for the best and hope that my rhinestone placement looks good because I had to cure it, you know. So yeah, I did that, and when I am finished with the nail, I would cure in my bigger nail lamp for 30 seconds, but right now I'm just flash curing as I go so that the rhinestones don't move. So this is how it looks, and this is how the thumb looks. Now I'm just using some rubbing alcohol on the rhinestones just to get it a little more shiny. Now I am applying top coat to the pinky nail and ring nail and the index nail and curing that for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be applying my cuticle oil to rehydrate my skin and nails. So guys, so this is a finished look. This is my dual ombre color block nail design using Modelones Polygel. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. I think it turned out really good. I loved everything about this nail set, so let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.